What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Battle Brothers, where we, the Emperor's Fist, shall bequeath our wrath unto the enemy's skull, one by one. So anyways, I got a little excited right there. Sometimes I gotta calm myself down and take my pills this morning. Still, what we need to do right now is in the previous episode, we had wiped out a bandit camp, which was pretty cool. I think we're probably going to have to do a little bit of the old jogging and walking in this episode, and given how weird our map is, this is like actually quite possibly the worst map we could have ever gotten with regards to an LP series, because it means that we're virtually guaranteed to have to walk like a really, really long ways every time that we do everything. It's a little bit disappointing, and you can get attacked along the roads and stuff like that, but for right now, everybody needs just a little bit of time to feel better, and that's what I'm giving them. Time continues to pass in this game while you're looking around the map, so just be aware that is the way that it works. If you take a look at our supplies, you'll notice the medicine is going down, the tools are going down. All of these things are slowly diminishing because our guys are trying to repair all their gear and make themselves feel better. And so if we go to our menu right here, things are paused on the menu. Nobody's bleeding anymore except for Gunter. Gunter, unfortunately, is not looking so good. It's alright, Gunter. At least you've got an awesome axe and you've got that cool heavy metal shirt, so that's a plus. You look like you can go up on stage and be like, just like rock it on out right now. So let's go to Marburg and get ourselves a new quest, shall we? This guy wants us to protect a caravan. You go to one of the town pubs to relax and have a drink or three. The denizens mill about drunk or begging for coin, and the bartender fists a cloth into a glass as he keeps an eye out for rabble-rousers. It's sexy. While you nurse a mug of ale, a man in garishly bright garb takes a seat opposite of you. Contrary to his colorful attire, he talks in a calm and direct manner. I actually wish that you could change the font size because it's a little bit small for me. I have really bad eyesight, and so unfortunately, I find myself squinting at it a lot. It gets a little fuzzy for me. As you might have noticed, I have a great number of goods I'm about to be traveling with. I do not take you for a bandit, good sir, but instead a mercenary who knows not to bite the hand that feeds. You will find a lot of easy coin coming with me, for I only need to get to Hammererden. It's not a hard journey, I promise. I only ask that you watch my back. Already did. In return, you will be paid 800 crowns. If you don't want to come, fine. I've dealt with my fair share of troubles on the road in the past, and I can deal with them again. But you'll be missing out on some good coins, strangers, so let's hear it. What do you want to do? Yeah, we'll protect it. Let's follow this dude. We got anybody else loaded in that we can hire, though? Because I would love to get Wolf the Fearless. Are you truly fearless? Like, you don't have a single phobia. Not one. There's not anything. There's Baldomar right there. Yeah, let's go to let's grab Baldemar, and then Neil seems like a decent plan too. Just a couple more guys to round out the force, because you really do want to be operating at max capacity if you can manage it. Unfortunately, do either of these guys have a good range skill? Do we have anybody else that's really, really good at shooting arrows? Because that's the next thing that I'd like to work on. Actually, everybody else is pretty mediocre. That's unfortunate, because we could use somebody that's good with a bow right now. I could do something like that with him. And then if we go to the market, we could buy some arrows. Those are 30, those are bolts. They're 32 for arrows. I need to buy a better weapon too, but I'm not sure if we'll make it all the way to Herersburg without like things going wrong. Like, we'll run out of money and people will leave our convoy because they'll get all grumpy. They're like, man, you didn't pay me money for almost getting killed. What's wrong with you? The Fangshire Helm, they said that it didn't work when the developers emailed me, so maybe we'll just sell that off right now. And we won't worry about it. If it does work, then I don't know. But either way, the developers said that it's in the game, but it's not working properly right now. They said that they sent me an email before I started the series saying that, like, it'll be in your inventory, but it doesn't really, like, work. So, I don't know. I'll sell it. We've got a linen tunic. Let's go all in on those right there. That'll earn us a little bit more cash. And I'll buy an axe. And I'll buy the arrows that we need in order to hit the road properly. We can also buy that super awesome cloth head thingy. I don't know, that mega hood. That's what it looks like. It's like a hood with cornrows on it. We'll go back through here. And we need to... Actually, we have a lot of people that don't have helmets. So for our people that are actually kind of badass and, like, do work, like this guy right here, I'm trying to keep him alive by any means necessary. So we'll give him the best armor along the way because he has really, really good stats. And he's bloodthirsty. All kills are fatalities if the weapon allows. Okay, that means that no matter what, he actually knocks their head off or does like really violent things to them. This guy over here, we'll give him a dagger as a backup weapon. We need to give him arrows, otherwise he won't be able to accomplish much. We do need to train another archer, so this isn't completely and totally a waste. Archery in this game is good when it hits. Unfortunately, it's a little bit inaccurate and difficult to predict, but, you know, maybe we can make it work. Let's follow ourselves a caravan, should we? Well, shall we anyways? Should we? Yes, we should, because we already signed the contract, and if we don't, we're in deep doo-doo. So things that can happen to you along the trading caravan way, a lot of bad things. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cut. What we're doing is we're going all the way down this road right here, and we're going to Harerden. Hammererden way over there. And so essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little cut, and if we get attacked along the way, we get attacked along the way, and I'll cut the video back in. But for right now, I feel like it's a giant waste of time for me to sit around just like following the caravan in slow-mo. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have the same thing that Mount and Blade Warband has, where you can like speed up the game by holding down control and, you know, shift or whatever. These guys protect the road, so this should be a fairly safe journey, but you can never tell. Sometimes raiders come out of the woods and bad stuff happens. So I will see you all when we get to Hammererden. We earn our cash. Alright, and so seeing as we're almost there, I figured I would cut us back in a little bit early so that you could see like some of the walk. It took us about 2.5 days to get here, maybe 3 days by the time we finally pull into Hammererden, but it got us out to another end of the map. Now, one of the things you want to note is we actually found a location over here while traveling around. You do want to explore all these areas at some point because there are little dens and they're kind of like little castles and little keeps and little monster dungeons and things up in there. This game is not realistic like Mount and Blade, so ultimately you will be fighting against zombies and werewolves and all kinds of, I don't know, mythical creatures and things like that, which I think actually spices the game up a little bit. Your long journey by the caravan side is at an end. Weary guardsmen mingle with your mercenaries as the head merchant comes your way. You had an obligation to protect my goods, my men, and myself. You have honored that agreement, mercenary, and for that, you will have your payment, 800, as agreed upon. Farewell. And so now we're in a much better position to actually, it's nighttime though. It's unfortunate. At night you can't actually go to stores at night. Doesn't look like they have much here, and honestly, I don't need any more Gunther in my party. We already have far too much Gunther going on, so I'm going to leave Gunther alone for right now. Let's travel, shall we? We got to wait for the sun to come up anyways. So maybe going down, yeah, let's go on down to Wildlands Lookout, and we'll see what they have down there. Now, with these outposts are an emergency location that you go to if you need supplies, but they should never be relied upon as the first place you go to shop because everything is more expensive there. Just be aware that it's for resupplying in desperation. It's not for anything else. Over here, they actually don't have much in Hammererden, surprisingly enough, and the things that they do have are a little bit expensive. So I'll grab a buckler, a scramasax, and I'll take the padded surcoat. And that'll be it for us for right now. The first contract wants us to walk to Marburg. That seems kind of boring. I don't really want to do that. Raise the Coven of the Old Master. You want to look at the pay. If you want to know how hard the quest is, just scan to the bottom and look at how much they pay you. If they pay you like 1,200 crowns to do the quest, just know that the quest is super hard and you're probably not ready for it yet. So that one's, not quite there just yet. And then they want me to take, well, they both want me to go to Marburg. Since you can't take more than one quest at once, I think instead I'm going to walk away. Just walk away. Just like that. And I'm going to sing a little song while I do it too. Just a little ditty. A little ditty, not about Jack and Diane, more about Gunther and, I don't know, who do we have, like Torgard or something? Corey, there we go. Little story about Gunther and Corey. This guy's got, well, some of these guys have really, really terrible armor, so let's go ahead and give him that surcoat right there. We'll throw the buckler his way as well. That frees up his shirt, which was slightly better for this guy, so that at least he's not looking all nappy and nasty, because I can't have, my guard's got to roll ballin' just like I do. See, that's the thing that I don't tell these guys. When I get paid out, I bring like 80% of the money into my own personal chambers, then I pay them, and you know, I ball when I go around. I got that bling on my neck. I got everything going on right now just to let people know the lifestyle that I live in this medieval world, because it could end tomorrow. That's the thing, is that you just got to spend it while you got it, because we could be dead like 10 hours from now. It's a very, very risky business to be in. A very, very risky business. Let's go to Wildlands. In Wildlands, what do we have here? They have a big shield. I'll take that. We've got the scramasax already. They've got a bill hook, which is a really, really good weapon. You don't use it just to hook Bill. You can use it to hook like anybody that you want. That costs 40 right here? Really? Oh, so it's cheaper here. I guess my earlier, at least it happened now. So I guess my assertion was wrong, but in my experience, these outposts are always more expensive. It's weird that this one is actually cheaper than the place we went over there. I don't know if it's because they have a shortage or what's going on of goods or, no idea. Probably buy a little bit of food while I'm here too. The tools are overpriced though, so, you know, we can get a chain coif if we wanted to. And a woven tunic. Yeah, let's do that. Let's continue to equip. Your units are, oh, there's quests here too. There's one to raise the mugger's nest, but it's 1,200 crowns, so it's probably outside of our powers. They want me to go to Roostdorf. I was headed there anyways, so if I'm not doing anything else, I'll take that quest. They all want me to go to Roostdorf. Well, he's paying better for me to go to Roostdorf, so of course I'm going to allow him. It's just a quest. He's got like a token. He wants you to carry a ring and hand it off in Roostdorf, and that's where I was going to head anyways, which should be down here. Yes, indeedly doodly. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into alongside the road. We may get attacked by raiders out here. They spawn randomly along the sides of the roads, and then they'll just like jump you, so I'd be careful about it. Let's go through anybody that has bad gear. So he's got 30 right there. That's not actually so terrible. It could be worse. Some of these bucklers can go, though. Let's give him a better shield because a buckler is unsuitable for a member of my founding charter. And then this guy's got an axe but no shield. We'll give that to... I can actually right-click these, make my life easier. We'll give that to him. Okay, we're looking really, really solid right now. Is anybody using daggers or anything like that that wants to whip out a Scramasax? I'll give you a Scramasax as a backup weapon since you don't have anything else, and he should already have a dagger just in case. You want to make sure you always put a melee weapon on your archers in case they get run up on. The AI loves to focus archers, so, you know, just be aware that on occasion they may jump over your lines really, really magnificently. If it was an Olympic jump, they'd probably get some kind of accolade for it. The rest of thousands. Well, if thousands have gone there and not made it out, I don't think that my 10 will really suffice. Let's continue. I think we're about divided by 100 too little. So we've got a shelter between ruins, a once proud building that now lies in ruins. It's got a sword, so I don't know if I should go over there and check it out. Some of these places can be really, really nappy and nasty, so be careful. Err on the side of caution with this game. Do the things that you know you can until you have like a full team full of people and at least chainmail, and then you can do a little bit of exploration. So the old guard tower, they got a guy over here who's selling his wares. I'll take both shields for right now. And I will also take the male coif. There's never a female coif around. There's always a male coif, but never a female coif. I'll take the food because it's worth a little bit. It's actually, the prices are good on that food, and so you should always jump on those things when you see them around, just to make sure that you stay stocked up properly. We're almost out of tools, too, so at some point I'm going to have to buy tools, but I'm going to leave it alone for the moment because our weapons are in decent shape. So let's get all these guys out of bucklers and into new, better round shields so that when they're in the shield wall, they can actually, like, protect the guy to their side. As of right now, it's kind of just like this little thimble-shaped thing that we're trying to block swords with, and I don't think it's being very successful. With the male coif, I think our all-star right now is this guy, so let's give the coif to Corey, since we really want him to stay alive. And then for our other people, what does he have? So he's got a 40 armor right there, that's only 30. Well, let's throw that onto the head of anybody else that needs it. There we go. Normally, I try to avoid throwing things at the head of my compatriots. It's not a good way to make friends, just bam, bam, bomb, hitting people in the head with stuff, but... like, no, me lord, please don't hit me in the head any longer. I swear to God, I'll stab better. Please. Oh, God. Let's head on down. I think we're stuck in a swamp right now. I need to get back on the road so that we move quickly. It might also be because it stacks and it's like a swamp at night, which is very, very unfortunate. We'll make a little bit of that cash back when we turn in this charter in Roostdorf. Hopefully we'll find something that's actually worth doing. I don't know, one of those little combat quests that's worth like 400 or 500 would be great. Into Roostdorf. Dogs, cats, and children's mill about the road of Roostdorf. You look around for an adult. When you finally find one, he seems to be the man you're looking for. The package is taken off of your hands. Finally, countless moons I had to wait for this. I thank you for what you did for me. Here are the 200 crowns that you were promised. Alright, so getting paid. I'll probably grab... Ooh, they got a couple of cheap little guys over here. Yeah, we'll grab both of them. Welcome to the party, disposable units who I totally am not going to put in front of the shield line and use as human shields. What else do we have? We got another spear. I'll take that in a heartbeat. I'll take that right there. We need another hat. We could probably use some more armor, so I'll grab that too. Take that one and maybe another weapon so that we're nice and equipped. Now then. That's our party. We're looking really, really good right now. I'm glad that we were able to fill up on people. So if I go over to here, Airland has himself some armor. We'll throw a battle axe on him. Actually, who has the better melee skill? Oh, they're identical. They both have the same melee skill. Okay. Well, here, take your bonnet. It's not a bonnet. It's a head covering. It's totally a bonnet, man. Don't try and deny it. It's a bonnet. We'll give that to you. And then on this guy, we'll give him the spear and the shield. And his armor is going to have to suffice for right now. That's why we gave him the better shield and the better spear. Or the better weapon is because he actually had the better defensive equipment. What is that? Spartan. Who needs more than oatmeal and water? He finds no joy in eating and will eat less provisions. Cool. And he's a rat catcher, huh? That's probably why he's used to not eating very much. That doesn't strike me as being the most lucrative job. Okay, so let's sell off some of our excess here. There we go. That should give us enough cash to survive until our next engagement where we can make some more money. Let's find another job. So we've got another guy that wants us to protect his caravan until we get to... Where are we going? Marburg. Okay, so we'll think about that one. It pays well. Another caravan right here that's going to Heidemark. Where the hell is Heidemark? I don't think I've ever seen Heidemark. Heidemark, where are you? Oh, there's another road that goes up that. Oh, Heidemark is way the hell up there. No wonder it pays more. Okay, so Heidemark is off in the distance. You want to follow the roads. If you're trying to find locations, everything is connected by roads. I do wish that there were supplementary roads. Like, it makes no sense to me that people would go all the way around this way instead of just, like, going this way over to Heidemark. You even have, like, a little mountain pass right there that you could go through. It just seems like it would be more efficient. So there's been no combat in this episode, though, so I'd prefer to get into a fight somewhere. It's a bad plan, but it might work. These guys want us to go to Hammererden. Well, we might as well take the long caravan run, so we'll take the one that goes all the way out to Heidemark, and I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so we have some undead scouts coming in. As far as we made it, we almost made it to Hammererden. We're still not quite there yet. Heidemark is still up to the north. However, since these guys are coming in to fight with us, I think my best plan is probably to square off with them. This might get a little bit ugly. And so the scout reports that he has seen the following. We have people on our side, but we also have skeletons engaged. So let's go for it. Okay, so who's on our side and who's on the enemy? It looks like we got a bunch of people behind us ready to, like, fill in and fight with us. Let's go out of our way right now to take the high ground. The skeletons do look like they are reasonably equipped. Oh, that guy's got a super awesome hood. You look like the Grim Reaper. Badass. Okay, well, at the minimum, let's go ahead and see if we can take high ground. There we are. I don't think that bows are really going to affect anything out and in here. This combat might end up taking a while. Can you actually climb down to right there? Yikes, I might need to rediverse a little chunk of my force up here to help him out. Otherwise, they're going to lock on him real quick. Well, go over Berthold. And if you can get up... Oh, we actually have to go up the layers. Okay. So let me focus on doing that then. Because this guy, I'll probably actually have him run away then and try and come back around this way and regroup with the remainder of the force. Here's our caravan over here, just in case you were worried about covering our asses. There they are. I think that... I wish you could destroy the brush by attacking it, but you can't. It's unfortunate. Torvald, you go over to there. Actually, we might be able to reinforce this position okay. We got a couple guys in here that can swing up through there. We don't have a whole lot of blunt weapons. Dealing with the undead would make me nervous. It's not something that I'm accustomed to, fighting with zombies and things of that nature. Fighting human beings, I think that it'd be a quick adaptation. It's kind of like schoolyard fisticuffs, but basically the same thing. Wait, am I moving his troops too? Hold on, what's going on here? Let's go up a layer, up a layer. There's I think it's a plus and minus is what handles that. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm controlling my guys right now, but I might be. Are these? Baldemar. Yeah, that is one of my guys. Never mind. A lot of my dudes are stuck behind trees and whatnot, which is unfortunate. I would say that we should set up right here, because I think they're probably going to come up the hill. This guy over here, you're going to regroup over on this side. I'm going to put the archers along this chasm right here, so in case these come along, we can hit them with arrows, maybe. That might work. So yeah, that skeleton is moving in to engage along the northern flank, and so we're going to want to reinforce and help that out. Let's keep the battle line very strong down here. And so they're going into shield wall mode. That one's coming out to fight. He's ready to go, so unfortunately we're going to get ready for that on the next turn. That one's taking the high ground on that side. Whether it's a moral high ground or simply a physical high ground remains to be seen. I haven't heard his side of the philosophical argument yet, but let's get going, shall we? 36% chance to hit. Nothing. And there it is, a little bit of damage away. We're going to regroup over on this side. I'm going to leave them a little gap so that they can move up to help. I don't know what the right choice is right here, and unfortunately, I don't know. There's a command that I've seen the AI use before. What the hell just happened? Did I just rotate the map? Hold on. Did I hit something wrong? I got to fix this. There we go. It was the control key, weirdly enough. It rotates the battlefield just in case you can't see around a tree or something. It seems like the viewpoint's actually pretty decent in this game, so I don't know when I would use that. But for this guy right here, I don't know if I want to put him in the center, given his bad attributes. I'm just going to leave him where he's at, and we'll wait and see what this guy does. Spearmen. Spearmen. Oh, they're just hanging out over at the caravan. Well, why am I selling my guys' lives then if they're not even going to help? We got a 35 over here. It's all that we had, unfortunately. Those flails, you got to watch out for them. They can hurt a lot. Let's go up a layer, I guess. Unfortunately, I got to click the buttons up here because I'm using plus and minus as my recording keys right now. I switched it to numlock 3 for a while, but unfortunately, doesn't always work out. Let's consider... I'm going to leave him right here, actually. That'll let him fire on this battle right here. And then with our other archer, maybe we'll move him around slightly. I do wish that it didn't drop the layers every single time you moved around. I get that there's probably a reason why it does it, but still, just a little micromanagement that I don't feel like doing. I'm going to leave him up on the hill right there. Maybe he could take a shot at somebody on the next turn. Maybe do, I don't know, anything with his time. Move down, hide in some bushes. There we go. The foliage is hiding me from my foes. Hooray! And then on this side, there's not an extra slot right there. So while our battle line is fairly well compacted, I don't think the AI is going to be able to do much against us unless they break through. So let's continue. I'll just keep these guys in reserve. Alright, brush up in the way right there. Guess you could say that we're having a brush with danger. We'll move him up to there to go fight with these guys on this side. This fight is looking like it might end up a little bit nappy, a little bit furry. These guys are going to take their turn now. I'm hoping these flails, oh man, the flails are brutal. They could do a lot of damage if you get unlucky. He's going to go into shield wall mode, which is unfortunate, but can't really be helped. He's got the high ground right here. So our chances of hitting are pretty minimal. I can't move him anymore, though. All I can do is hope that we clear him out on the next turn. Our hit chances are low because these are higher level mobs than what we're used to dealing with. So we are fighting a little bit like that right there. We're fighting a little bit outside of our own capabilities right now. So we need... I'm going to need you to... No, that was not what I wanted. Hey, we killed that skeleton right there, though. That's pretty good. That'll save us some time. I like the undead music it's giving us. So can you fire at him? 20% chance. He's either got aim shot or he's got normal shot. I'm just going to go for 2 normal ones. I read somewhere that if your chance to hit is below like 40%, you should always go for 2 at 20% rather than the 1 at 40% or something like that. I don't know where I read that, but it was from some economist or it was from somebody like that. I don't remember exactly like the gist of the entire argument, but I'm going to try and expand our line right here slightly so that we get the overwhelming bonus. With a 41% chance to hit, we did do some damage right there, so that's going to be helpful. He's almost destroyed. None of these guys have armor, so that's the thing you want to keep in mind. Now, on this side, I could get into combat right now, and I think I will with one of the more armor guys first. He's got 60%, and he's got a miss. Unfortunately, it didn't go through the way we wanted it to, and since we already joined up in the combat with him, we might as well use the overwhelming bonus to lower his hit chance on the next turn. I wish that I could swap him out somehow, but unfortunately... I think he's in a zone of control, and then B, kind of a nasty place to be anyways. With the 40% chance to hit, he manages to land the blow. I'm going to have him fall back now so that he runs no risk of dying in between here and the end of the fight. We'll move this guy forward to take his place. Alaric, I love that name. That's a badass name right there. I am Alaric, Lord of the Blade. I also like the name Albrecht for some reason. I don't know what it is, but... Anshelm, also a very, very cool Viking name. There's a lot of cool Viking names, I guess is what I'm working towards right now. And so the fight is joined. That guy's got a Warhammer, which is a high-tier weapon. You got to watch out for it. He went into shield block mode and then took a swing at us, but luckily he missed. I hope that I don't have to split my loot with the caravan. That would suck. We're stuck in a zone of control, unfortunately. I'm going to put him into shield wall mode since he really didn't have that much of a chance to hit anyways. We'll move him to right here. We'll take a stab, 41%. That skeleton looks like it's going to be crumbling very, very shortly. Hopefully these guys don't share our loot. I don't want to share my loot with the caravan lord. Like, this is like part of the reason I got into this. So 41 versus 51. Let's go for the 50-50. That was technically a crit, but unfortunately he just couldn't bring the job home. On this side, 24. We're just going to have to hope that the 20 works. I don't think it will, though. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. That's a low hit chance. This guy over here, we've got 55, and so he went down in accordance with the chance that was allotted. We're going to advance hard along this flank now because what we're going to try and do is turn it. Over here, we've got this guy. Take a shot. It was what it was. I'm going to spiral around on this side because the next turn could be a little bit rough for us. Oh, he's still got a turn? You got 43%. Well, get at him, son. Oh, I told you to get at him, not get around him. Okay, so is there anybody up on this high ground? Okay, so let's move our forces around this way. I want to clear out that fog of war and make sure... There he is. I was going to say, I knew there was a couple more over here. I just wanted to make sure that we got them all. I'm going to start bringing this archer back down so that he can fire on some of these guys. It's our turn to get beat on again. Ah, he missed twice. Good. We have an overwhelmed negative penalty right here, so... He got stabbed, but he should be alright. He is on the low ground, which is no fun. Use your 7%, I guess, to the best you can. Do the best you can. He's like, I'm trying really hard, my lord. Please don't whip me again. Please. Whose turn is it? Oh, our wounded guy. Okay, have him fall back towards the caravan so that he can run through their front lines. He's done for right now. He's finished. Like a very, very fancy coffee table. The simile was slow coming, but I figured I'd let it go. Oh, there's two of them over here. Okay, step back slightly. On this side, 36 versus 26. Let's get the 36. Okay, very, very nice. On that side, we weren't able to seal the deal. That's okay, because the deal wasn't looking that lucrative anyways. And why would you need to seal it anyways? Wax, hard to come by. Hot wax, do you just have that in your desk? If somebody stamped something with a seal that they sent me, I think I'd be pretty... Actually, I'd be kind of upset, because you shouldn't treat marine creatures like that. It's not nice. I was hoping I could fire over his head and hit the target, but I suck like that. The spear is not going to get the thing done that I want it to do. You don't have 2 reach with the spear. It's one of the reasons I like the bill hook. But unfortunately... Yeah, we're just going to have to wait this one out. Let's get everybody down here and ready for combat because they are going to hit us hard along that flank. For you... It's a 19. I guess go for it. I can't say that it's going to work, but I guess you could take a swing at it. He might die on the next turn, but that's part of the game, is losing your soldiers and feeling like you could have done better. That misery of knowing that you could have saved the sergeant. 38% chance over here. Unfortunately, none of those going in either. Having a hard time hitting that guy with the shield because he's just sitting here shield walling all day, every day. Luckily, we do have a lot of reserves and things that are like ready to deal with the problem if anybody falls. It's just he's nestled himself nicely in between all these bushes. There's not much that I can do to sort of sort it out. I would bring yourself up to there. And you don't have enough left for an attack, so unfortunate, but not altogether unexpected. You move through the lines right there. He should have an overwhelmed... he's not engaged in melee yet, so the overwhelm doesn't count. 2 swings at 50% basically. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. I'm going to go around this way. I'm going to try and increase the overwhelmed negative that he's got. Hopefully we don't hit our own troops. I just want to fire some arrows at somebody. That's all that I care about. Can I move to there? Let me raise the stakes here. There we go. And now we can do some damage on this guy. Oh, big damage right there to one of our characters. Unfortunate, but the Warhammer is a top tier weapon, so lucked into a hit right there, which is good because I think that's about the best we're going to do in this combat. We don't really have too many other options other than lucking into hits. We have our first casualty, unfortunately. On the plus side, that means I can fire arrows from right there and maybe deal some damage. This guy doesn't have shield wall anymore, but given the low chance for us to hit him, it might take more effort than expected to get him taken care of. Keep my wounded guy away. On this side, 61 versus 76. Let's do the 76, and the 61 is going to allow us to do some serious damage right there, too. The combat, I love it in this game. I don't know what it is about the combat, but I enjoy it greatly, even though I just, like, sit around and auto-attack the whole time. Like, you can do other stuff. Like, there are things in here. Like, there's knockback, and there's all kinds of fun stuff. Maybe I should have considered knockback to maybe push him into that lower area so I could have stepped forward. Probably would have been a smart thing to consider. And that skeleton's now down. We want to start flanking from this direction. It's going to work its way through the caravan members now. I'm going to step back. It's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. He's overwhelmed, and I got a 61% chance to hit from right here, so why not? We could just YOLO this thing out and just be like, whatever. I don't want to move him into any lower position. We have a couple people that are wavering right now because they've seen their friends die. That's not good. Nobody likes to watch their friends die. On the list of things that people love in life, I bet that one wouldn't even make it into the first percentile. Probably not going to have him shoot anymore. 36 right there, and the combat is over. Let's take a look at our loot list, shall we? Got ourselves a whole bunch of beat-ass shields, some old wooden shields. We got a couple of good weapons right there, so those warhammers are going to be very, very nice if we can get those fixed up. The flail is the all-star of the day. We've also got a couple of boar spears in there, 3 boar spears. So this was a good weapon. This was a really, really good fight for us with regards to increasing our weaponry capabilities. Let's move all those over to our stash. We'll worry about them in just a minute. I'm going to finish running this caravan over here. So I will see you all when we finish the quest. Why the caravans aren't running? Oh, there they go. They stop whenever there's an enemy near. Okay, my name is Splattercat, and this is Battle Brothers. I will see you all in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Hi-do.